So the Black Stars of Ghana just made a bold statement, not just to the rest of the teams in Africa, but then the rest of the teams that will be vying to play at the 2026 World Cup. After sailing qualification at the expense of Comoros, it ended Ghana 1, Comoros 0, which means that the Black Stars of Ghana are now headed to the 2026 World Cup in the USA, Mexico, and then also Canada. Yeah, you could question the sort of performance the team put up against Comoros. But then also, you shouldn't also forget that it was a game that they went into just needing a draw to ensure they'll play at the World Cup. But then we are here with, a comprehensive review of that game that the Black Stars played against the Comoros. Overall, they've played 10 games. They've won 8. They drew just 1 and lost 1. And, it's really been a good qualifying campaign for the Black Stars of Ghana. But now, what's up next for Ghanaians? They'll be hoping that this team will go to the Mondial and prove to the world that they are indeed one of the African giants as far as football is concerned. My name is Josiah. We are here to take a total review of that game between the Black Stars of Ghana and then also Comoros. And joining me here in the studios of our media, which you don't forget to subscribe, is Atiga Maoli Force. And like we always do it, he just comes up with all the things he feels just didn't go right for the Black Stars. But then also, he wouldn't leave out the positives, which I believe we can build upon. Atiga, it was a good game regardless, for the Black Stars. At some point, you felt like psychologically they just needed a win. If it was 100-0, if it was 1,000-0, if it was 1-0, they just needed a win. And they just solidified, their qualification to the World Cup with that win against Morocco.
Against Comoros.
Against Comoros, sorry.
Yes, and you see, the most important thing is that we got a win. In as much as I thought that it should have been a bit more, more than the 1-0. I think that the most important thing is that it lifts up the confidence, because the two times that we had met Comoros, proud, we had lost, a boat. So it is something that is encouraging. And yes, the totality, the generality of play might not be that pleasing, but at the end of the most important thing is the 3 points. So yes, I am very, very happy that we've been able to qualify for the World Cup, and the fact that it comes at the hands of Otto Addo, because almost every Ghanaian is not happy or is not entwined with tactical brilliance, because the criticism that he has come under, notwithstanding the fact that he hasn't lost a match, in these qualifiers, should tell you that yes, there's a bit of public ridicule out there.
You say misconception about
I don't because
it's not a fluke to play 8 games and draw just 1 and win 7.
Yes, but you see, you would have to accept the fact that it also depends on the opposition and the quality, because to be sincere with you, Josiah, I don't think that Ghana should be struggling in a group with Mali, Comoros, Chad, Central African Republic, Madagascar.
Which we didn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that it is not something extraordinary. But again, somebody might say that, yes, look at Nigeria, with all the stars that they've got, they are struggling. So yes,
Senegal are struggling too. Cameroon are struggling to qualify.
No, Senegal is not struggling.
Cameroon are struggling.
Cameroon is struggling. Yeah. So yes, you can juxtapose what they have done with what Otto Addo has achieved with what other top-notch coaches are struggling to achieve in the other groups. But on the whole, I think that he has done a good job, because he's the first coach in the history of the Black Stars to have led us to, two World Cups, and consecutively as well, without breaking his back. So I think that on the totality and the generality of that, I would say kudos to the Black Stars and to Coach Otto Addo.
But what do you still make of this team? It's a young team. There's some experience in there. The goalkeeper, Jiku, Jordan, are you all over 30? The World Cup is in the next 9 or 10 months. And you think they still have what it takes to hold on to this team until then? Because definitely there'll be some players who will be playing so well in their respective leagues. So what should be, what should be the whole idea heading into the World Cup?
We have a whole season ahead of us, and it's a proud to the World Cup in 2026. So I think that the dynamics are going to change. Players who have played the qualifiers, some might not even go to the World Cup. New players might be independent on your form and what the coach believes are the set of players that he will need to go out there and then put in a performance that is befitting of the Black Stars. So I think that Yes, we've got, it's a good blend, because we've got Alexander Jiku, we've got Thomas Partey, we've got
Mo Salisu,
Mo Salisu, we've got Kudus, we've got
Sivo,
I'm talking about the experienced players who have been the part of, who have been a part of the squad for more than 5 years now. So I think that we've got a good blend, so it's up to the players to keep that level up for the season ahead, and for the coach to also, sharpen his tactical brilliance, because at the worst stage you would have a combination of different factors. You understand? I mean, good players, and then your coach's ability to affect the game positively. So these are some of the dynamics that will determine whether they're going to do well or not. So I think that we've got a good squad that can go on and then achieve success and laurels. But at the end of the day, it is all dependent on the gaffer who is leading the tactical bench. 5
clean sheets in 6 games for Benjamin Asari. You think it's about time no one even criticizes him anymore?
Right. So every player will be criticized depending on your performance. And for I am particularly happy for Asari, because he's one of the 2 local players that we have in the squad, and he's the only one who has a stay in the squad now. So I think that he would have to perform, on the locals, and perform well for House of Folk in the league. And then also when he's called upon for the Black Stars, and then we can confidently, because we have seen this before, you understand, when Samia J, led the Black Stars to qualify for the World Cup in 2036, and then through shambolic, connivance, from the Black Stars management and the GFA, they brought in what's the name? They brought in
Kingston,
Richard Kingston to come take his place. And absolutely no doubt that at the time we went to the 2006 World Cup, there's no way that you compare Richard Kingston to Sami Aje. Sami Aje was far better than him at that time, and I don't think that is going to happen now, because now we are all aware and conscious of the fact that Asari is doing very well. So the only thing that I think is going to affect him is if he doesn't maintain his form or improve his form prior to the start of the 2026 World Cup.
Interesting. But with Coach Otuado, there's also been, concerns being raised, and there's this narrative, like we said. But do you think he's the man to lead him? And that's the ultimate question every Ghanaian will be asking. That, after guiding this team to 7 wins and a draw and a total point of 25 out of 30, you're still convinced that, he's learning on the job. He's a young coach, but we've seen other coaches being given the opportunity. Do you think that he's the man to lead us?
Yes, he's the man to lead us, because this is practically his team, you understand? Because he now knows the boys. He knows what he has to do to get results out of them. So I don't think it's going to be wise, for us to change him now. It's going to be improper for us to change him now, because we would have to go bring in someone else to come and, from his own team, his own identity, and then call his own set of players. I don't think the time is ripe or the time is proper for us to go that tangent.
And with the party, you think it's still party mode?
My club and my banku, I said banku, my fufu and my groundnut soup is where I eat a lot of meat, so there's a full goat. You understand? So me and my boys will go, and then.
But you go USA.
Oh, US, I'm there. Yeah. Oh, I'm there. One of my brothers is in Alaska. Okay. I have a brother in Ohio.
Can you stay in Alaska?
Well, I can stay in Alaska.
It's cold.
Oh, don't worry.
Freezing cold.
Don't worry. And then I have a brother in the Florida as well. You understand? So I don't have a problem at all.
All right. So it's a review, a comprehensive one. As far as World Cup qualification is concerned, the Black Stars of Ghana just made themselves so proud, and every single Ghanaian proud, because they managed to book a place at the 2026 World Cup after beating Comoros by 1-0. I tell you what, 2006, 2010, 2014, 2022, 2026, the only one missing to have completed 6 straight World Cup appearances would have been 2018, but it's far gone. Now there's a new future to look forward to, because the Black Stars will be playing against the big boys once again. Thanks so much, Atiga Mauli, for that comprehensive and also incisive and intellectual analysis. My name is Josiah. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Benjamin Asai needs to be our number 1. No one should change him. Coach Otuado still needs to be coach. No one should change him, at least. Let's all live in harmony until the 2026 World Cup. Subscribe to the channel. Bye for now.